This is about the size. This is a mid-size car, and you'll notice that the jack fits in nicely and it won't move, so you're not going to have to worry about the jack sliding, because when they designed the carrying case, they put really good Velcro on it. Wow. So here's your Velcro. It's going to hold your case in the car. So when you open your case, this will be the contents of your roadside emergency kit from Denson. You have your impact, your jack, 2 sockets depending on the size lugs on your car, gloves to keep your hands nice and clean, a battery connect, the glass and seatbelt cutter, so glass breaker, seatbelt cutter. This you probably want to keep in the car with you. It won't do a lot of good if you leave it in the trunk of your car. You have spare fuses here. Then if you open up your jack, this is your 12 volt cigarette lighter plug. On the other side, you'll have your air hose connector, an Allen wrench, adapters for different type of devices you may want to inflate, a ball inflator, and another spare fuse. We'll leave that out. So let's plug in the jack and see how well it works. Now here's your 12 volt accessory plug. You simply want to find a cigarette lighter in your car and plug this device in. You'll have a red indicator light showing that you have power. Now that you have power applied to your jack, you can adjust your jack's initial height by twisting this up. And I would extend this as far as needed to ensure you don't have to raise the jack up using the electrical current from your car. Here on your indicator, it shows up, down, air, jack, and these are specifically with pictures. Once you're ready to jack up your car and you've extended this out to either as high as it will go or high enough to limit the amount of jacking necessary, you will set this to jack, which is marked as the 2, and you can press the up. Once you're done replacing your tire, lower the jack. You do have an emergency release here that works with the Allen wrench I showed previously. And this is only to be used if for some reason you can't get power to the jack to lower it. So when positioning your jack underneath your car, there is usually a jack point incorporated in your car, so you can lift that car without damaging it. Let's go ahead and lift the car. Once you have the car lifted where the tire is barely off the ground, you don't want to lift the car too high because it makes the tire harder to lift on and take off the car. You can then grab the necessary impact tool. This impact tool will use the same plug that the jack uses. Once you have your impact tool plugged in, it shows you loosen. This direction would loosen. This direction tightens. And there is a T and a L labeling which way to go. You will then locate the correct socket for your vehicle. You will push the socket onto the impact. Once the socket is on the rim, press the loosen button. It'll work just like an impact. And these were factory tightened. Then when you're ready to tighten the lug nut, screw it back on. Do not use the impact to screw the lug nut back onto the car. Once you have it threaded enough, simply put your impact back on the lug nut. Impact the lug nut back on the wheel. Once you put all your lug nuts back on after changing your tire, simply pull the power from the impact, put the power back to the jack, and then safely lower your car. The jack will not turn off once it's reached the bottom. You will have to turn it off manually. If you need to add air to your tire, you would push the indicator switch with the single line through it, which has a picture of air. Remove your air hose, remove the cap, screw the air hose onto the tire tightly, then turn on the air. Once you've reached your desired pressure, turn off the air, remove the air nozzle, and roll